All right, so officially the Warriors have won their first game of the season, and I just think it's pretty cool that we won a game. I mean, obviously we weren't playing the best team; it's the Bulls. However, it was a really good game, especially the ending. I'll get to that in a second, but yeah, just a good game overall. I was very nervous they were going to lose because going 0-3 would not be a good start. So pretty much through the first three quarters, it was very neck and neck. I mean, the Warriors and the Bulls were very close in the first quarter. It was 24-27 at the end of the first. Bulls in front by 3. And the Warriors had a good second quarter. They outscored the Bulls by 7 points. They put up 36 in that quarter, which is really good. And then, however, in the third, they still put up 33, but the Bulls put up 41. Zach LaVine was putting on a show out there. And then in the fourth quarter, Warriors edged them in that by 5, and they won by 1 point. And basically, it was a crazy sequence of events. So what happened is Zach LaVine missed it. I'm pretty sure the Warriors were down by 2. Right, the Warriors were down by 2. Zach LaVine misses. The Warriors drive back. There's very low amount of time left, and there's a couple misses by the Warriors, and then Kevon Looney puts the ball back up to tie the game. However, the Bulls would get the ball back. It was after a timeout. They get the ball back with around 40 seconds, and they used most of that time down. No, it was less than 40 seconds. It was about 20 seconds, and they used most of that time down. Like, they used probably 15. I think there was 5 seconds left. And Zach LaVine pulls up and hits the shot. So at that point, Chicago's up by 2, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's over. How are we going to score? I mean, I thought it was possible, but the way the Warriors shooting is, I didn't really think it was that possible. However, so they're down by 2. They call a timeout, and they have 5 seconds. And really no one's open. Steph Curry, our best three-point shooter, obviously, is covered. Pretty much everyone was covered except for Damion Lee, number 1, Curry's brother-in-law, actually, was open near the middle of the court, outside the three-point line. And he gets the ball. There's like 3 seconds left. Just heaves it up. I'm like, no way he makes this. I mean, Damian Lee's good, but he's very average. He's not like a star, but he's also not that bad either. He's just mediocre. But he hits the shot, and we're up by 1. And the Bulls at that point have like a second left. They can't do anything. So the final score was 129-128. The stars of this game were Steph Curry had 36 points. God, he did good. I think taking out the cornrows in his hair, that helped. I mean, the cornrows were cool, but we were on a losing streak when he had them. So maybe the cornrows were bad luck or something. But yeah, he had a great game. Of course, Wiggins has been struggling lately, but he actually had a decent game. He was pretty close to having a double-double. He had 9 rebounds, 19 points, and 4 assists, which is pretty good. Wiseman didn't have as good of a game as he usually does, but he had some really good plays out there, and he's also, pretty consistent. So he had, 7 plays, 7 points. And then we had other role players out there like Pascal, Lee, obviously making that 3-pointer, and some other guys out there. The problem right now is Kelly Oubre. Now, if you know who Kelly Oubre is, he was pretty popular on the Phoenix Suns. He was pretty good. And he averaged something like 18 points a game last year. And I was like, when the Warriors got him, like, kind of as a replacement for Klay Thompson, because obviously Klay Thompson's out for the year, I was like, oh, wow, okay, we have a player that can maybe take this role on. However, he's not performing. He's a guard, and he only had 8 points, and he played 30 minutes. That's not good. That's like a point, every about 3 to 4 minutes. That's not how you want to be playing. He also, not to mention, he misses a lot of 3-pointers. But if we have guys like Curry making, 36 points, I'm not complaining. As for the Bulls, Zach LaVine, 33 points, played almost the whole game. Well, 35 points, which is pretty impressive. Kobe White, they got a really good backcourt. Kobe White and Zach LaVine, that's a great backcourt. 20 points for White. Wendell Carter Jr., 22 points, and Lauri Markkanen with 23. So the Bulls, they're a good basketball team. I see them in a couple years being maybe a playoff team. I don't know. But that's it. The Warriors were white. And the Bulls wore their City Edition jerseys. If you saw my City Edition video, you know that I like those jerseys a pretty good amount. But yeah, the Warriors are on a road trip right now. They've worn white, coincidentally, every game. I don't know, because the NBA, they wear white at home usually, but maybe they're kind of changing. Because Warriors have had an away game every single game, yet they wore white, which is, I guess, a cool uniform fact or something. But they will play the Pistons on Tuesday at 4 p.m. So go ahead and watch that, and I'll have a recap. And that is in Detroit, so another away game. And yeah, thanks, guys.